Hello, it is the first day of Witchathon. It is 5:30. So, if you watched my Spookathon video, which may be up by then, hopefully before this, I work from 8 to 5 during the week. So like, I don't want to film at like 7 a.m. plus like what am I gonna update on? So I can only like really update when I get home, and that's update, let's be honest. Like I don't do much reading when I'm at work. Usually I would try to do some reading during lunch, but like everyone likes to talk at work. So here we are. I look like a mess because I'm tired. I'm breaking on my forehead, and it's just been an exhausting couple of days, but it is Wednesday, start of the readathon. I'm happy. I actually almost started a book. You know, my supernatural book, you know, for the challenge of paranormal events. The thing is, in the video, my TBR video, I actually said Supernatural Bone Key, and I was so confident that that was the first novel. It's not, and I brought Bone Key with me to work, but it's not the first one, it's like the third one. So I have to get it. It's actually Supernatural Nevermore. One of the things I want to get done every day is read a couple of chapters of both The Girl Who Drank the Moon and Undead Girl Gang. So for Undead Girl Gang, me and my friend who I'm buddy reading with, we both agreed that we were going to read up 3 or 4 chapters a day. We're starting with 3 chapters today, so I have to get that done, and I think I'll count how many chapters there are in The Girl Who Drank the Moon and calculate like how big the chapters actually are and decide that as well, because those are the 2 books I really would like to finish by the end. Like if I'm gonna not finish a book, I don't want it to be those 2. And then I would have Daughter of the Siren Queen, Attack on Titan Ranma, and Supernatural. I will update hopefully today, because Spookathon I never did. I just did a clip now and then never picked up my camera again, so hopefully that changes, but I will update you once I've done some reading. But yeah, I'll update in a little bit. Hello there, today is day 2 of Witchathon, and I am really bad at this. So before I explain what's going on with my lips, basically I said yesterday I was going to try to film more clips of me reading, or at least updating more. That's clearly not what happened, but I have an exception. Basically yesterday my mom wanted to catch up on Grey's Anatomy, and I was like, yeah, so we had 2 episodes to catch up on, and then after that we decided to watch an episode of The Rookie, and that left me only like, I think 30 minutes to read after I took a shower and all that. So I only read 3 chapters of Undead Girl Gang. I do plan on reading more tonight, not only of Undead Girl Gang, but reading more of The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Not too sure how much I'm gonna read. I'm really tired, so I don't know, but I guess that's update, kind of. I haven't done much reading. I think it was only like 36 pages for those 3 chapters, but I plan on reading 3 more chapters of that, and then reading of another book. That makes sense. So, now that we've addressed that, it's currently 8:47 p.m. because when I got home, we decided to watch the latest Grey's Anatomy episode, me and my mother. So, of course, we did that. And then I had some supper. And then I finally got to be able to chill and stuff. And then I ordered some book outlets and things like that. And while I was doing that, this is where we're getting into. So, you can tell I have some purple going on, but I went to the grocery store before coming home today. I just wanted to pick up a couple things, and I saw these Halloween cupcakes for sale that they had at my grocery store, and I decided to pick it up because it was Halloween. Here we go. Here they are. You know, you see them. So obviously you know where the purple comes from now. So I had a cupcake. And I was excited because, one, it was chocolate muffins with like purple icing, so it was very fitting. And I thought the little guys on it were like some sort of candy on it, because I was like, oh, that's cute. It's like one of those like biscuits, or maybe like some sort of like hard candy. It'd be fun. But actually, it's not hard candy. They're actually rings. So here's one of them that came off the one that I had. So this is... So I actually bit into this. Well, I didn't bite into it, but like I pulled it out and then like put it in my mouth, and then it stopped. Like I was like, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's my update. I don't think I'll be updating tonight because it's already so late. So I'll probably be updating tomorrow when I read, or when I come back from work, update you on what I read today. But tomorrow's Friday, so I have the entire weekend, and I don't have any plans. So that's gonna be exciting. So I'm gonna end this clip here because I'm forgetting that I have purple lips, so it's not going too well with what I'm picturing in my head. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and I will update tomorrow when I read, well, when I get back from work on what I read tonight. I'm hoping I get a lot of read today because I'm planning on going to bed a little bit earlier to read for like an hour or so, which is like never the case, because I like being up and going on my computer, but that'd be a different story tonight because I don't have anything to do. So I will see you in tomorrow's update once I get back from work. Hello, it is the 4th day of the readathon, and I didn't film yesterday because I didn't do any reading, and honestly, once I got home from work, I just wanted to relax and take the time to chill and watch some TV shows and just do whatever I want. I didn't do any reading, so I do have to catch up on yesterday, but on Thursday, I did do a little bit more reading than I usually did, so I read a couple more chapters of Undead Girl Gang, which I believe I'm at chapter 7 now, because you read 3 chapters a day. Yep, I'm at chapter 7. So today I have to read 6 chapters because I have 3 chapters from yesterday and then 3 chapters from today. So I'm on page 69. So hopefully, I think I calculated it, I'm gonna be around page 141 once I finish all 6 chapters, which is really good. And at the same time, on Thursday, I also started The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I got 40 pages in, and I'm really liking it so far. I really love the way it's written, I really love the characters so far, so I'm super into it. I definitely want to read a lot more today. I'm hoping to maybe get through half of it. I think that would be my goal, is to get through half. And then I can start The Daughter of the Siren Queen, because I need to get started. I only have a couple more days until it's the end of the readathon, and I've still got Supernatural, I still got my 2 mangas, although that I'm less stressed about. But that's my goal for today, is to read my 6 chapters from Undead Girl Gang, read about halfway through The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and then once that's all done, I want to start The Daughter of the Siren Queen. And, you know, maybe start Supernatural, maybe read a manga, get one of them out of the way or something. So that's my overall goal. The Supernatural one shouldn't be too long anyways, because it's really tiny and big words. So I don't really have much to say about the books because I'm only at the beginning of The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and like I said, I do like all the characters. And with Undead Girl Gang, like, we haven't even gotten to the part where her friend is back. But I don't know how to think of it, like what to think of it so far. I am enjoying it, obviously. But so far we only have one of the characters, and we haven't been introduced to the other characters. And, like, you know, there's not, like, much going on in terms of that. It's just kind of, like, I guess getting to know one of the characters while she's trying to revive her friends. So that's where I'm at right now. So there's not much I can, you know, openly talk about. So yeah, it's like 3:30 p.m. I'm starting this a little late, but I really wanted to use this morning to relax and sleep in because I usually wake up at like 7 every morning during the week, but I woke up around 11, took my time to have breakfast and coffee, and I should have read a little bit, but I decided not to. Now I'm going to read 3 chapters of Undead Girl Gang, then I'm going to play a little bit of Sims because I'm really in the mood to play Sims, and then I will continue reading after that. So I will come back in a little bit. Hello there, it is the 5th day of the Witchathon, and I'm updating really late today. So it's Sunday, which means tomorrow is the week, and it means 3 days left of the readathon, but I think the last clip was Saturday morning, and I didn't feel hard to explain. Okay, so Saturday morning after I filmed, we had a lot of people over, so I didn't pick up the camera again, but I did do some reading. And then this morning, there was even more people at our house. I did do some reading in the morning, but then I never picked up the camera because once everyone left, my parents decided to watch a movie, The Commuter, and I decided to join them, and then I got this massive headache. And I took an hour nap with my mom, and then woke up and was still feeling like crap. And then I remembered that I didn't film for today, and kind of for nothing yesterday. So I'm here to update on what I read. So I read a lot more. So starting with Undead Girl Gang. I've already finished my 3 chapters of the day, so I'm not reading any more today, and I'm at chapter 16, page 179. So I'm a little more than halfway through, and I calculated that if I read 3 chapters a day, I will finish it by Wednesday. So it will be probably the last book I read on that day. Then I read more of The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I'm on page 140. I read a lot more this morning. I'm really into it, so I really would like to get through it, and I'm super excited to find out what happens. Like, you're finally starting to find out about certain things, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Then, because not everyone was gone when I was done reading, I decided to start reading Supernatural Nevermore. I'm at page 66, and which is only chapter 6. Yeah, so I think I can get through this pretty quickly. I'm going to read more of this now, as well as The Girl Who Drank the Moon. But yeah, I plan on calculating the chapters between Supernatural, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and Daughter of a Sovereign Queen to see how many chapters I have to read to accomplish my goal. So there's that. And then, of course, I have some manga. So I just picked up and read a chapter of Rima Half. I'm really enjoying it, and finally one of my favorite characters is being introduced, like, in the next chapter, so I'm going to be continuing reading this. I might finish it tonight, so I'm very excited, but I'm not, like, forcing myself to finish it either because it's manga, so, like, I'm not worried. I'm definitely going to complete it. And yeah, that's where I'm at with my reading. I did a lot more reading this morning, and not so much last night, but this morning I did. But this headache that I have is really just ruined my day today. I try to make the most out of it after watching that movie, but after that it's like a migraine where almost the light affects me, but only like really bright lights. Like the lamp right now is really hurting me, but yeah, that's kind of needed. So tomorrow I would like to finish the challenge of reading by candlelight, so I will be sure to pick that up tomorrow and film it so that I have proof of that. But I have no books finished out of the 6 I want to read, and I've started 4 of them out of the 6, so that's where I'm at. Sorry again about this crap, but it was such a busy weekend, and with today just being like so bad headache wise, I took a hot shower, thought it would help, didn't help, took a nap, thought it would help, didn't help, and so now I'm reading until I get tired and go to bed. I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully by tomorrow my headache will be cleared, and I will update, or I'm gonna film my candlelight, read by candlelight. Obviously it won't just be candlelight because I don't think I have candles that strong to emit that kind of light. So yeah, that's it. I'm really sorry about today. I'm really sorry about yesterday. It's just sometimes you get hit with these things and you don't know what to do, and that's where I'm at. So I will let go for the 5th day, and I will see you hopefully with more positive and more, update worthy for day 6. So see you then. Hello, it is day 6 of Witchathon, and I'm very excited to read tonight. I am obviously feeling a lot better from yesterday. I don't have a headache or migraine or whatever the heck I had yesterday, but I am just updating you now. It's like 8:34 p.m. so it's quite late, but I have a reason. Basically when I got home, I decided to take the remaining books that I had to finish, not including my manga because I wasn't gonna do that. Basically I took the remaining books I had with the remaining chapters I had to read and divided it between today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So I've written down how many chapters I have to read per book. So I'm going to talk through that because I did read yesterday, last night after the clip, but I didn't read enough to really update. I think I read like 10 pages per book. I basically got inspired to do this because of my buddy read of Undead Girl Gang. We read 3 chapters a day, and so on the last day, on Wednesday, we're going to read 4 chapters, which completes the book. And I've really liked how that's gone, even though I've always wanted to read a little bit more. I haven't because I'm buddy reading it, but I I thought it was a good idea to give myself a certain amount of chapters to read, and at the same time it motivates me to read and then get them done. So, obviously for Undead Girl Gang, I'm still going to be reading the 3 chapters because that's already calculated and stuff, so not worried about that one. So the first book that I had to calculate, and it's like my big challenge to do until Wednesday, which is to read this entire book in 3 days. I definitely think it's doable, but you know, it's going to be first time that I have to do it for readathon, and that I'm actually being very serious about it. So this one, I calculated that I have to read 8 chapters a day, which is a lot of chapters, but I think that's like less than 100 pages, if I'm correct, for this book specifically. Yeah, to get up to chapter... Oh no, it's actually more than 100 pages. So I'm going to be reading more than 100 pages of this today, then 8 more chapters tomorrow, and then the final 8 chapters on Wednesday. So that's going to be a challenge, and hopefully I can get it done. I really would like to get it done so I can complete all my challenges. So the next book is The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and for this one I'm 25% through, so I definitely think I can get it done. The chapters are not as big, so for this one I have to read 10 chapters, but it's like barely anything because the chapters are so small anyways. So that's like, I guess, another big challenge, but I definitely think I can do it because I have like less than, I'm on page 100 something, 152, and I think the book itself is like 300 something, so like I'm almost, you know, I'm very close to finishing it, so I have that one. And for my last book, I have Supernatural, and that one, because it is so compact, I definitely think I can do it, and that I have to read only 4 chapters a day, which is really not a lot considering that, you know, although there may be more pages, the chapters themselves are not that big because they're not like regular book size. So that's what I've done to give myself some motivation as to reading, and I think it's going to work in my favor, and I think I will start doing that more often now. More for readathons than for regular reading, unless I'm really following through, like for Serafina, which I still haven't finished. And if I have time, I don't know if I will, I really want to finish An Abundance of Catherines by John Green, but I think that'll have to go till after, like, for the month of November. I'll see how I feel if I ever finish these before Wednesday, if I ever feel like reading more and after I've done all my recommended chapters. So we shall see for that. For my manga, well, I read a lot more of Ranma. Half I'm like pretty much done. I maybe like 2 or 3 chapters left. So I'm going to finish that tonight, and then tomorrow I will start Attack on Titan and either read only half so I can concentrate on my books, or read the whole thing and be done with it. I guess I'll talk a little bit about the books before I start reading for the night. So, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, I'm really loving it. I'm still trying to figure out where it's going, like what the main plot is. I think we're getting closer to it, but for the 150 pages that I've read, I'm loving it. I definitely think so far it's a 5 out of 5 stars. I just love it. It's like also very beautifully written. Not so much like poetry because I'm not a poetry fan, but it's just written beautifully, and like just like it makes me feel good, and it makes me picture the world like very magical, and I love that. Really loving it. Probably my favorite book out of the 3 that I'm reading right now, because I can't include Daughter of the Siren Queen since I haven't started it. Supernatural Nevermore, I mean, there isn't much to go on because, one, I already know the characters, so of course I love the characters. I know the personalities and things like that. Also, we haven't really gone to the main plot yet. Like, we know generally what happened, the murder that happened, and what it could be connected to, but we still don't know like what the supernatural element is. Like, do we know if it's a ghost or a demon or God knows what, a crazy person? This is just a human going crazy. Like, we have no idea, or at least I don't have any idea, and I don't remember. I remember reading this book, but I don't remember this story at all. I do remember it was about Edgar Allan Poe, and I do remember like when Sam goes to visit Edgar Allan Poe's place back in when he used to live in the Bronx and stuff, because they're in the Bronx, New York. And that's all I remember. I remember that something does go down in that house, but I don't know if it pertains to the main plot of the story, or if it pertains just to, like, what they think is, like, the culprit, and then it isn't, because that happens a lot in Supernatural. So, yeah, not much to say, because not much details yet, but you get to read about the characters, and I love Sam and Dean, so I really can't go wrong. Also, this takes place actually at the beginning of the book. It actually says when this takes place with the actual show. So this book actually takes place between second season Supernatural episodes Crossroad Blues and Croatoan. So Crossroad Blues, if I remember correctly, is the episode with the Crossroads demon, and Croatoan is with Witchathon, which is like a big episode if you watch the show. So that's my opinion about that. And for Undead Girl Gang, we finally have the characters who showed up. I know like the other girls are supposed to be bullies. I know they're supposed to be mean, but I kind of like them. I kind of like not their personality, but I don't know, I kind of like them. I like them more than I like Riley, which is Mila's best friend. Like, Riley so far has been kind of like a little bit different, and I actually really like June. I can see why the main character wouldn't like her, or why they think Dayton is a bully. I can definitely see that, so I can't say like, but like, why don't they like them? I can't say that because they've been bullied, and I understand how that feels. But I really like June so far. I mean, she's a little snooty, but she hasn't been like, you know, anything more than like, you know, like I have friends who are like that, you know what I mean? So it's very hard to picture her as this like not nice person, or like this evil character, like not evil, but like, how can I describe her? She's just like, you know, she's like a character that the main character doesn't like. Mila doesn't like her. Riley doesn't like her, and they don't like Dayton as well, and they're part of like this clique, and you know, June was dating Xander, which Mila likes. So it's like this whole thing, and yeah, so I'm liking it, but I honestly just can't wait to see who they think murdered the three girls are correct. I have a feeling that they're not, even though I was imagining the same person as who they're imagining. So, like, I'm a little worried that, like, I'm torn, because either I want to be right, but then I feel like the book isn't going to do it for me. I feel like it's going to be too cliche. But at the same time, like, I don't want it to be cliche, so I want it to be someone different, but I can't picture anyone else. I do have one other suspicion, but I would be honestly shocked if it was that person. I'm just like an odd bird who always like pictures like the most random people to be actually like the villain or something. In certain places I tend to be right, in certain places I tend to be completely fucking wrong. So I'm excited to see. Like I said, I want to be right, but I don't want it to be cheesy and like, if it's kind of suck if I was right. Because they're just kind of like building on the fact like, this is the person, like, oh, this has to be the person, then we're gonna curse this person to get them to talk and blah blah blah, and it's just like, in a way it's like, yeah, I knew exactly, but like there's so much of the book left. I'm like, is it really them? Is it that simple, kind of? Like, did they really figure it out that easy? But, you know, maybe it is that, and maybe that's why some people don't like it, but maybe it's gonna have a twist, maybe that's why people like it, I don't know, but it's not it's my second favorite out of the 3 books that I'm reading, so I'm gonna start reading. I don't think I will update today anymore, because I'm gonna read and concentrate on reading, but if I get all of the goal chapters I want to read, I will probably have more to talk about in terms of the books tomorrow. I think I'm going to start with Supernatural because it is the one I know about the story less, and I would like to get my 4 chapters down. But I also feel like I should read one that has like 8 or 10 chapters, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my update for the day. I will see you tomorrow on the 7th day of the readathon, so see you tomorrow, potentially. We shall see. Hello there, it is day 7 of Witchathon, And I am finally home after work now, and I'm super excited to start reading. I didn't get to read all the chapters that I said I was gonna read, so I have to catch up. But I read 4 chapters of Supernatural, so I felt like less than half the book. And I read 5 chapters of The Girl Who Drank the Moon, so I have to read basically all of, well, half of The Daughter of the Siren Queen. I have to read 6 chapters of Undead Girl Gang. I have to read 4 more chapters of Supernatural, and I have to read 15 chapters of The Girl Who Drank the Moon today. So, but I'm here because 1, I need content for this damn reading vlog, and I decided to pick up some stuff at the store today because tomorrow's Halloween, duh, and oh my god, tomorrow is Halloween. Okay. And at work we get to dress up, but I can only do so much with dressing up because I work in a lab, so it still has to be appropriate for me to work in. But I decided to go for a witch, but I'm not very prepared. So today I had to fill up my Opus card, which is the bus for the card for the bus here, and I had to pick up some pills. So I decided to stop by Walmart and 2 pharmacies. In Walmart, I picked up 2 shirts. I'm not gonna show you because like I don't want to take those out, they're quite big. But I got a Captain America shirt and I got a Jurassic Park shirt, so that's like really cool. I also got like some tweets. I saw these in the store. M&M bars, but they're milk chocolate bar, and this one has rice, mini M&Ms and some sort of crisp rice in it. So decided to try it, and I think that's all I picked up in Walmart. Yeah. That's all I picked up at Walmart. Then I went to the second pharmacy. I only went to get my pills, but in the third pharmacy, I knew I was gonna pick up some makeup, but I also found 2 movies that I really wanted to get. So I have X-Men Origins Blu-ray for $6.99, beautiful, and Jurassic Park 3 for $6.99. So like, this is great. Anything I can get for $6.99, especially Blu-ray, is great. So for the makeup, because I'm going for a witch, I have a specific style, I guess, that I'm going for. I really would like to be like those like aesthetic witches or like moon inspired witches. So I picked up a couple of things. So first I picked up this white liner thing because I decided like if I'm gonna do some like designs on my face, maybe I'll want some white. That's why I picked that up. Then I have this black eyeliner, but it has like this bald tip, and it's specifically to do like these dots on your face, which is specifically something I wanted to do for the makeup anyway, so I thought that'd be a great addition. Then another liner. I got a this really black, thick, like really long liner, and the reason why I picked that one up is because I only have Kat Von D's one, but like there's the whole thing with her not wanting to vaccine her kids, so like really want to buy her stuff. So Vicks doesn't test on animals, and as far as I'm concerned, they're not into not vaccinating their kids. So the next thing I got, I just really needed, this was essential, which is a brow pencil. I wanted to get Anastasia, I think that's the brand, but I decided to go for NYX because I really needed one. Then I picked up a black liner, well not liner, but a black lipstick. This is the NYX Liquid Suede in Black Alien, I think that's the name. Yes, Alien. And that one is because like if I'm gonna be mostly black inspired for witch, I thought black, lipstick would be great. But I also picked up this powder puff in the shade Moody, which is kind of like a purpley, dark purple color. So I thought maybe like if I want to pop a color, I was hoping to go for red, but they didn't have like any darker reds, so I had to go with purple. So I might do purple if I want to pop color tomorrow. And the last thing I picked up was also something I really needed, so I decided to pick up now, which is a face powder. And the problem is I have a face powder right now by Rimmel, but they test on animals, and I'm very picky because my skin is I'm very picky about how it looks. I don't want it to look like I have like, like cake face or anything like that. So I asked the lady if this was good. She said yes. So this is from Marcel face powder, and it is translucent. So basically Marcel is a Canadian brand that doesn't test on animals. They also own company Annabelle, so which were right next to each other. I didn't get anything from there, but this was also like $12, so I thought with the amount, that's like pretty good. And that's it for makeup. So I'm not going to be doing like a test tonight. I might play with designs like on my hand, or maybe I'll draw it out before I do anything. But that's really all I went there for, and I ended up picking up more than I bargained for. So I guess it's a little more than books. I bought makeup, and yeah, it's a lot. It's like $80 worth. Well, actually, it's like probably like $90 worth, because I bought everything except for the white liner. I saw the white liner after that I had paid for my makeup. So yeah, I did 2 purchases. Anyways. So yeah, that's all I have update. I'm going to read now and then maybe update later on. I probably will update later on. And then I need to head to bed early because I need to wake up at 6 tomorrow so I can take a shower, wash my hair, straighten my hair, and do all my makeup that I need to do for tomorrow. And I need to see if I have a black wig because I think black hair would suit better the look. But I don't have black dye, and I'm very picky about my dye because I don't want it to be tested on animals. Welcome to my life. So yeah, that's all I have to show, and that's all I have to update on. I don't really have much to say about the books because Supernatural, I mean, I got 4 chapters in, and we're finally like maybe getting somewhere, kind of, but like out of the 2 mysteries we're dealing with, they've only confronted one of them so far, and even then there's no answer. So we shall see where that goes. And for the girl who drank the moon, Luna hasn't like dealt with her magic yet, if you know what I mean, if you read the book or reading the book. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, then that's all I read yesterday, so I'm gonna go read. See you in a bit. Hello there, and welcome to the final day of Witchathon. So it's actually pretty late. It's 7:30. And the reason I'm updating so late is because I've been reading, but I'm not having a great day today. I had a pretty bad panic attack, so I'm reading. I read a little bit more today, so I'm actually in the middle of reading or trying to finish the books that I have now, but I decided to update because I hadn't in a while, and I'm also going to be lighting a candle to read by candlelight so I can complete that challenge. But the first book that I'm probably going to be finishing is Supernatural Nevermore. I'm on page 283 out of 315, so I'm definitely going to be finishing it. And honestly, I can't like wait because the thing is, like, it's good because I know the characters. It's like an episode of Supernatural, except I'm reading it, and I've realized that watching it is probably more fun than reading it. And that is definitely the case, because we've got like only a couple pages left, and we still don't know what happens in like the main murder, I guess. We just found out what happened in the second mystery, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna continue the series because I love the characters, but I think anyone else who hasn't seen the series would be a little put off by it, I guess. I don't know, I'm not that, like, I don't hate it or anything. I'm enjoying it. I just yeah, let's not talk about that. Then I'm going to be finishing Undead Girl Gang. I haven't been keeping up with my 3 chapters every day, but right now I'm on page 218, and there's like about 305 pages, so I have less than 100 pages, which I think is doable. I'm kind of reading 1 chapter in every book and then like restarting the rotation. Then I have The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I have a lot more pages to read in that one. I'm on page 206, and I need to read up to 386, so I have more than 100 pages, like close to 200 pages, I'd say. Then I'm going to finish Attack on Titan, or start and finish Attack on Titan, which will be easy. It's like 30 minutes. And then I have Daughter of the Siren Queen. I haven't started it, so I think I'm going to abandon that challenge. I might start reading a little bit if I still have time, but I don't think I'll be able to finish this book. I mean, it's like 300 pages, I think. Yeah, it's like 340 pages. I definitely cannot finish that in one day. But yeah, also yesterday I finished Ranma Half. I only had 3 or 4 chapters left, and that was fun. That was really great. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, but I will include my whole rating of it and review at the end of this clip, which will be tomorrow, because I'm gonna be reading my ass off. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I read, like I said, I'm reading a chapter for every book. Once I'm done one chapter, I move on to the next book. But for Supernatural, I only have 2 chapters left. So once I get to Supernatural, I'm just gonna finish it, get that out of the way. I'm currently on The Girl Who Drank the Moon. So once I have Supernatural out of the way, I can concentrate on Undead Girl Gang and The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Be reading 2 chapters per book at a time. And then either at 8 o'clock, I think I'll take a break from the books and read Attack on Titan and listen to some YouTube or something just to give myself a break, and then head back into the books. I definitely want to go to bed for 10:30, so, which gives me a lot of time. I mean, that's like 2 hours and a half, or 3 hours if I go to bed at 10:30, so I think it's definitely doable, but I don't want to be like, I'm gonna do it and then I don't do it, because I don't need that kind of pressure on me today. So yeah, that's my update. I feel shitty, but I'm all comfortable. I'm in my PJs, I'm on my bed and reading. I haven't even been on my computer today, which is like a miracle. I never do that. I'm gonna have to go soon anyways to do some stuff that I didn't do today, like check Book Outlet and stuff like that. But apart from that, I'm just gonna be reading. So now I'm going to get my candle, light it up, and I'll just film like a quick scene of that. I won't be talking in it. I'll just light it up and show that I'm reading to prove that I did the challenge. So, see you in a bit. Hello there. So it's actually really late at night. It is 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. and I'm gonna be going to bed, but I wanted to update a little final update before I do my full wrap up tomorrow. Basically I am finishing 2 books. And I'm in the middle of one, and there's 2 I did not finish. So the ones I did finish is Supernatural and Undead Girl Gang. The one I'm in the middle of is The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I did not finish Attack on Titan and Daughter of the Siren Queen. I probably would be able to finish The Girl Who Drank the Moon and Attack on Titan if I stayed up till 12, but I work tomorrow at 8 a.m. and so I need to get up at 7 or at 6:45. So yeah, that's the end. Also, I did read by candlelight, except my candle did not last very long. It lasted like 10 minutes before it went out by itself, so I didn't bother lighting it up after that, but I read for 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and the next clip will be of tomorrow, of talking about some of the books, well, of the books I read during this readathon. So thanks for joining if you're here, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's clip, which will be like the next clip. So yeah, see you then. Hello there. So it is the end of the Witchathon, and actually it's been a month since the end of Witchathon. Basically, I took this whole month to edit this video. I know, I'm trash, but I was taking my time because I was like, what if I miss something? What if I put in something I don't want? You know, I just went with it. And last night I was almost finishing and I somehow couldn't find the end clip, my wrap-up clip, and I looked for it for hours and can't find it, so I must have accidentally deleted it, which means I now have to do a review of the books a month later, which is not fun. So I actually put all the books away because I don't want to check them out, so I'm gonna briefly talk about them without mentioning them. I think one of them I can actually point to on my shelf. So this one right here is Ranma Half, and that one I gave 5 out of 5 stars. It is volume 2 of Ranma Half, and it is a series I've already read, so it's a reread for me in English, I loved it. I mean, I know the characters, I know the story, so like there's nothing for me to hate. It's nostalgic, so 5 out of 5. I think I already mentioned it in my video, but 5 out of 5, it was great. Supernatural, Nevermore. I gave this 3.5 stars out of 5 because I think I also briefly mentioned it in the last clip or something. But basically, it's like reading an episode of Supernatural, and watching and reading an episode, different experiences. So that's why I gave it like 3.5. It was still enjoyable for me because I love the characters, and I know how the characters are, and honestly, like, the characters are well portrayed, but, like, we literally got until, like, the last quarter, not even, of the book before everything was, like, fixed and resolved, which is, like, it's not how that's, like, not cool. Although, I still found it enjoyable because, like I said, I know the characters, so for me, it's just, like, reading about my favorite characters. But if it wasn't, I would be pretty bored. I think if anyone else who reads it is not familiar with Supernatural would not like this book. So that's my rating because I have to be fair. But it's a good 3.5 out of 5. So the next one I finish is Undead Girl Gang, which is over on my next shelf, and I am not gonna get it. I don't even think it's on my next shelf. Yes, it is. I can see it. That one I gave 5 out of 5 stars. It was so freaking good. I was hooked until the very end, and I just love the plot twist. Like, it shook me to my very core, and I loved it. I was actually a little sad that we're not gonna see the same characters anymore. Like, I kind of wish this was a series, like maybe a team of badass, like, witch and zombies and stuff, but I understand the way it was ending. I think I did mention in my old wrap-up that I actually ended up liking the characters I thought I wouldn't like. I actually ended up not liking the characters I thought I would like. And because a buddy read this with a friend, I asked her the same question. You know, I asked her if she felt the same about the characters, and she did. She was like, yeah, I thought I would, like, love Riley and Mila, but actually I love Jude and Dayton, and I don't really like Riley, so we kind of agreed. So I don't know if that's, like, everyone's opinion. Now, the only book that I did start but didn't finish, I'm actually trying to finishing it tonight, but it is The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and that one I got about, I think, like 60% through it. And so I have no rating for it, but I'm really enjoying it, even where I'm at now. I only have 100 pages left, and I'm freaking loving it. I just can't wait to get to the end. It's finally, like, the plot is finally thickening and, like, kind of, like, finally gathering together, and I just can't wait. Like, I know, I kind of know where it's going, but, like, in the best way possible. Kind of like how you're watching, like, a Disney movie or a Ghibli movie or something like that. Like, it's just one of those, like, feelings. So I'm just excited to finish that. And I didn't read the others, which I think was Daughter of the Siren Queen and Attack on Titan. Didn't read those, didn't pick it up. I was really concentrated on Undead Girl Gang near the end, and I just tried to finish that as fast as possible, and then I tried to finish The Girl Who Drank the Moon before I went to bed, but that didn't happen, so there's that. But yeah, that's the end. It's a really quick wrap-up because I don't want it to be too long. I believe my video was already, like, 40 minutes long, which is long enough. I keep saying I need content, but, like, you know what? It's freaking long enough. So I'm sorry I look like this. I'm sorry it's a month later. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching if you did. Subscribe down below if you'd like to. I post, or I'm trying to post, Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. So, you know, if you want to see more content from me, you can subscribe, but I understand if you don't want to. Leave me a comment. Also, if you participated in Witchathon, even though it's a month later and no one's talking about it anymore, like, I'm still in the mood to talk about it. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will potentially see you in the next one. Bye!